Konnichiwa, welcome to this edition of How to Write. I'm Matt Windle, professional boxer, former Young Poet Laureate and Poet Laureate of Birmingham, and today we'll be looking at how to write Tanka. So let's get started. A tanka, which is also known as a waka, is a short form of unrhymed Japanese poetry consisting of 31 syllables spread out across 5 lines. One of the oldest forms of Japanese poetry, tanka originated in the 7th century and rose to prominence from the 9th century, quickly becoming the preferred choice of verse. In the Japanese imperial court, nobles would compete in tanka contests, a little bit like a modern day poetry slam or rap battle. The tanka was also immensely popular between men and women engaging in courtship. In other words, if you had the hots for someone, you'd write tanka poetry to one another, and tankas are often given as a gift to show gratitude. So, now that we know some of its history, let's take a look at what makes a tanka. A tanka is a 5-line poem split into 2 sections, used to convey deep emotions about love, desire or nature, and they tend to be written in the first person. The first 3 lines of the poem is called the upper phrase or upper poem, and the final 2 lines of the poem is called the lower phrase or lower poem. The upper phrase has a 5-7-5 syllable count, the same as the haiku. I explain syllables in greater detail in my How to Write a Haiku video, so I suggest going to watch that before continuing. The lower phrase concludes the poem with a 7-syllable count in both lines, but remember, like the haiku, tanka poetry doesn't rhyme. The best way to generate ideas is just to start writing. The more words you write, the easier it is to think of sentences when creating your poem, so I'd aim for 15 plus words to do with the topic that you're going to be writing about. Some poets call this a word burst. Here's mine as an example, and come back when you've done yours. It's the words from your word burst that are going to help you to write your poem. Here's a tanka that I've created. What remains of us? Just punctured promises and deflated laughter fused by lingering spirits, shaped in the form of tanka. Now it's your turn to create your own tanka poem. Pause the video here, and when you're done, come back and listen to my bonus challenge. Well done for making it this far. It's now time for your bonus challenge. I know that I've said tankas don't rhyme, but rules are made to be broken, so for an additional challenge, once you've created a tanka or 2, see if you can write another tanka where the final 2 7-syllable lines do rhyme with one another, making it a rhyming couplet. If you'd like more information on that, then check out my How to Write Rhyming Couplets video. So enjoy being creative, and I look forward to reading your tanka poems in the comments. Sayonara!